Hi, my name is Josiah. Welcome back to my channel. This is the second video in a three-part series covering the topic of hypnosis. In the previous installment, we explored the myths and the realities of hypnosis, along with its fascinating history from Franz Mesmer's demonstrations to James Braid's scientific breakthrough. We left off with Braid's discovery that eye fixation was the foundation of a hypnotic session. But why does that matter? What actually happens during a session? And what are the different types you may encounter? Today, I'll answer these questions and set the stage for the final video of the series. I hope you enjoy, and let's dive in. First, let's begin with eye fixation. By definition, fixation simply means giving lasting focus and attention to a specific object or person. In the context of Braid's experiments, eye fixation played a crucial role as it was his preferred method of induction. Induction is the first stage in the beginning of any hypnotic session. This is where you begin to relax, focus your attention, and filter out external distractions. Take a second and imagine you're in a movie theater before the film begins. The lights dim, the screen fades to black, and you begin slipping into the film's universe. Induction works the same way. You focus on a single object, person, or even thought, limiting your awareness and preparing for deeper concentration. Today, induction can involve deep breathing, counting down, and body scans, all of which evolved from Braid's experiments. Once relaxed and focused, you move into the deepening stage. In our movie theater analysis, this is where you've reclined your seat, opened your snacks, and become fully immersed in the experience. Your sense of time fades, your muscles relax further, and you begin to shift in a different state of consciousness. Deepening techniques vary from countdowns to guided imagery and are chosen based on the client, practitioner, and environment. Now comes the core of the session, the suggestion phase. Here, the hypnotherapist delivers carefully worded suggestions that might align with your goals. To be clear, hypnosis does not override your free will. You're not being commanded, you're being gently encouraged. Linking back to our movie metaphor, imagine you're watching a romantic comedy. The suggestion phase is the film's music, the setting, and the mood. Say the music is warm, inviting, and optimistic. The setting is somewhere romantic, like a fine dining restaurant or a Ferris wheel at a state fair. These elements don't force you to feel something, but they guide your emotional experience. The key at this stage is to use imagery and language to suggest changes in behavior and thought patterns. If a client wanted to lose weight, the suggestion might be you feel more motivated to move your body each day until you reach 10,000 steps. Or if someone wanted to quit smoking, the suggestion could be the smell of cigarettes repulses you and you no longer crave them. These statements help prime your subconscious to support the changes you want to make. The fourth and final stage is emergence, the gentle return to full awareness. Just like when the movie ends and the lights gradually return, emergence brings you back to your baseline state. You may be guided to imagine yourself walking upstairs instead of down, waking up naturally instead of falling into a deep sleep. But does this step need to happen? The heavy lifting is already done, right? The emergence stage is crucial to the session. If this stage is skipped, you could experience unwanted symptoms like dizziness, grogginess, and even headaches. Imagine walking directly to the parking lot outside from the movie. You don't go through the lobby or the somewhat dimly lit hallways, just immediately outside, midday. You'd probably be disoriented, jarred, and maybe even a little annoyed at the sun vaporizing your eyes. These phases lay the groundwork for an average session, but they by no means have to happen one after another. For example, you may begin the deepening stage, but then feel tense or uncomfortable and move back to the induction phase. Session lengths can also vary depending on the client's goals and responsiveness. Now that you understand what actually happens during a session, let's take a closer look at some of the different ways hypnosis is delivered. Probably the most popular and accessible form is guided hypnosis. During these sessions, a person uses a pre-recorded audio, music, or an app that can help induce a hypnotic state. You've probably seen guided hypnosis videos on YouTube or meditation platforms. It's popular for relaxation, productivity, and supporting sleep. The most involved and structured form is clinical hypnosis or hypnotherapy. This is what most people imagine when they think of hypnosis. a guided session led by a trained professional. Often combined with other therapies like CBT or exposure therapy, hypnotherapy is used to treat more complex issues like phobias, traumas, and chronic pain. As a reminder, always check that your practitioner is licensed and follows ethical guidelines before beginning any hypnotherapy sessions. The third type is self-hypnosis, where the subject is the hypnotherapist. You can guide yourself into a hypnotic state using scripts, visualization, or a learned technique. This self-help tool can be used for stress reduction, confidence building, and pain management. Self-hypnosis requires more practice and discipline, but offers complete control over the experience. So, now that you know what happens during a session and how the different types of hypnosis are delivered, are there any limits? Who does it work best for? Are there risks you should watch out for when exploring hypnotherapy? We'll answer all of those questions in the final video of the series. For the question of the day, if you wanted to try hypnotherapy, which delivery method would you choose? Let me know in the comments, and as always, thank you and have a nice day.